students, welcome to the online session for the subject of industrial safety. These are the virtual classes for the subject of industrial safety. The subject of industrial safety is mainly for the students of civil engineering, particularly structural engineering and mechanical engineering. So here we will be discussing all the topics that are related to the subject of industrial safety. So now we will be starting with our session. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hello students, welcome to the online session for the subject of industrial safety. Today we are going to discuss the topic of periodic and preventive maintenance. This topic is already started in the previous session. In today's session, in this session particularly, we will be moving towards the further topics for this subject. So let's see what is the contents that we are going to cover in this session. So first is the definition of the degreasing. Next is we are going to discuss the different methods for the degreasing and the cleaning. Next is the requirement of the cleaning. So these are all the topics that we are going to discuss. So let's start with our first definition of the degreasing. So basically what is degreasing? So degreasing is nothing but the removal of some contents from the machine parts. Basically the contents that we are going to remove are nothing but dust, dirt, rust, oil and grease. We are using oil, grease and other kind of lubrication for the easy movement of different parts of the machine. By the provision of this, for example, oil and grease, the movement of the gears and the other moving components of the machine will be smoother. For that purpose, for the easiness of the work and for the easiness of the workers to deal with that rotating and other wear kind of machine, we are providing the lubrication in the form of oil and the grease. But ultimately, the thing that is happening is nothing but the layer of oil and the grease is being found around the outer surface of the machine parts. So it is required to remove a layer of oil on the outer surface, and the process of removing the layer of the oil, grease, dust, dirt particles or rust from the outer surface is termed as the degreasing. And the main purpose of the degreasing is for the inspection of the working parts at certain period of time, and at the same time for the proper measurement of the parts of the machine. So for that purpose we are using the degreasing, and basically we are removing the impurities. So this is a proper definition of the degreasing. So here we can see that a person is removing the layer of the oil which is found on the outer surface of the engine of the automobiles. Parallelly, there is also another picture where the cogwheel, the tooth, the projections from the casing is being lubricated, and after the degreasing is being done, the clean projection can be seen. At the same time, if the surface is clean, then we can get to know that whether any faults or any cracks is there. So it can be only seen once the surface is properly cleaned, and for that purpose we are using the degreasing. Moving towards the next topic, that is the different methods for the degreasing and cleaning. Now we have discussed the degreasing, but parallelly I wanted to tell that cleaning is the same process what degreasing is. Cleaning is nothing but the removal of the oil, then dust particles, dust, rust and grease from the outer surface. So that is nothing but the cleaning. So let's see what are the different methods. So first method is cleaning of the grease or the outer surface of the machine with the help of kerosene, petrol and diesel. Next method is the thermal cleaning method. Third method is cleaning of the parts by machine method. Fourth is the chemical method, and the fifth is the abrasive cleaning. So these are all the main methods that are being used for degreasing. Moving towards the first method, that is the cleaning using the kerosene, diesel and petrol. So from the name only, the title only suggests that what are the materials that are being used for the removal of the rust, grease, oil and dust and dirt particles. They are nothing but the petrol, then kerosene, then diesel. So these are all the materials that are being used for the removal of the grease and the oil and the lubricating layer that was found on the outer surface of the machine parts. So generally the parts that is required to be degreased is nothing but washed with the help of kerosene, petrol or diesel. Just washing of this parts is being done, and after that it is being properly cleaned with the help of a cloth. And as a result of this, with not much skill, with easy efforts, the degreasing can be done. And as a result of this, a clean surface can be found, all the faults can be found, inspection can be done properly, and the measurement of the machine parts can be done properly. So this is a method for degreasing, and it is very easy method, and is generally utilized universally. It is used in the automobile garages, it is used in the factories and many other industries. It is being used for the cleaning of the machine. Moving towards the next method, that is the thermal cleaning method. Now the title only suggests that the thermal is there, means we are providing heat. So there are some ways to provide heat. So yes, let's discuss it. Basically here the rust, oil, dust and the grease are being removed by providing the heat, and the heat is being provided by burning. So burning method is being used in this method, and ultimately we can say that artificially we are providing the heat, and for that purpose we are using the oxyacetylene flame gas. By using the oxyacetylene flame gas, the heat is being provided externally, and as a result of this, the layer of the grease, oil or dust particles will get melt down, and as a result of this, clear actual surface of the machine parts can be seen, and ultimately inspection can be done properly, measurement can be done properly, and decision for whether the repair or the maintenance will be done properly. Here we have a picture that a person is providing the heat externally with the help of an oxyacetylene flame gas, and the person is removing the layer of the grease or oil from the outer surface of a rail section. So here we can see that the person is applying the oxyacetylene flame gas to the rail section, and ultimately the layer of the lubrication is being removed. Basically we are providing the heat, and the layer will get melt down, and ultimately it can be removed easily. So this is how the practical application of this method is being done. Moving towards the next method, that is cleaning of the parts by the machine method. So here we are using some mechanical machine. The machine are nothing but the wire brush, milling cutter and the rotary. So with the help of a wire brush, we are just wiping out on the outer surface of the machine parts where the layer of the lubrication or the grease or the oil is being found, and with the least effort, the little pressure, and just by moving the wire brush over the surface, the layer of the oil will get removed, and ultimately we can get a clean outer surface of the machine. Similarly, we are using the milling cutter, that is being either electrically operated or motorized operated. On just making the surface of the milling cutter come in contact with the outer surface, we can remove the layer of the grease that is being found on the outer surface. Similarly, we are using the rotary. By just making a contact of the rotary to the outer surface of the machine, we can remove the layer of the grease and the oil that was found on the outer surface. So it is very easy method, and a proper output can be found, and ultimately a clean surface can be found. Now moving towards the next method, that is the chemical method. The name only suggests that for the removal of the outer oil or the grease layer, we are using the chemicals. So just that is only the thing. We are using the chemicals for the removal of the outer stick layer of the oil and the grease. And the thing that is being done is nothing but a chemical bath is being made. The chemical bath of the parts over which the layer of the grease is being found is being done, and by just dipping that parts into that chemical, the layer of the oil will be removed. So next question that arises is, what are those chemicals that are being used for the removal of the grease layer? So that is nothing but lime, a caustic soda, and the residual oil. By using these three chemicals, we can remove the layer of the oil and the grease and the dust particles from the outer surface of the machine parts. So this is how the chemical method is being used. Now moving towards the next, that is the abrasive method. The name only suggests that we are providing the abrasion on the surface. And we all know that if the abrasion is being provided on the surface, then some portion of the outer surface will be removed in the form of fragments. And that concept is being applied in this method also. Means we all know that the layer of the oil and the grease will be on the periphery of the machine parts. And if the abrasion is being provided, then the outer surface, some fragments will be removed. And we all know that oil layer will be also on the outside only. So by doing this method, the outer layer of the oil will be also removed along with the some parts or fragments of the machine, and ultimately a clean surface will be obtained. So that is this method only. So yes, we are using for this purpose, for providing the artificial abrasion, we are using the hydraulic sand blaster. It is a machine, hydraulically operated machine, and with the help of this sand blaster, we are providing the jet of the sand over the surface. As a result of this jet, it is a pressurized jet. So by locating the jet to the desired position where we need to remove the stain or the rust, we can get a clean surface. So sand particles are being used, that is being thrown or jetted to the surface, to the location where the oil is required to be removed and a clean surface is required to be obtained. So we have a picture of this sand blaster, hydraulic sand blaster. So here there is an outlet on the top, that is the funnel, where we will be inserting the sand into it, and we have an outlet from where the pressurized jet of the sand is obtained, and it is located to the desired position where the removal of the stain, the grease and the oil layer is required to be done. So this is how the abrasive method is being used. Now next is requirement of the cleaning. Why we are doing this? Why we are removing this oil layer? Why? What is the requirement? That question also arises in your mind. So the first main purpose is for the inspection of the warning out. We all know that machine is being bought and it is being used daily. So at certain age, what is its condition? And at certain age, after it is being utilized, then we are including the lubricating oil, and in the overall body of the machine there will be oil in the surrounding. So we can't observe directly how much warning out is being taken place. So for that purpose, cleaning is required, degreasing is required, and by this the outer surface will be properly cleaned and it can be easily observed from our naked eye, and by this we can get to know that how much worn out of the machine has been taken place. We can quantify the warning out of the machine, And by this, we can take certain decisions according to our requirement. For example, if the repairing is being required, that can be done from the observation. If the replacement of the machine parts is required, that can be also done from the inspection. So for this purpose, the cleaning is required. Next requirement of the cleaning is to increase the quality of repairing. So if you want to increase the quality of the repairing, then cleaning is required, because if the surface will be clean, then there will be less dust particles and the repairing can be done properly. Next is to obtain the accurate and correct dimension of the machine parts. So if you want to find out what is the dimension after certain period of the usage, then we can do, or we can say that we can measure only, we can have a clean surface. So when we have the clean surface, we can measure the dimension properly, and that can be done only after cleaning and degreasing. So this is also a requirement. Next requirement, when will we have a proper quality of the paint? This is only when it is being sticked or it is being provided over the clean surface. So if the dust and the dirt particles are being found on the outer surface, then we can't get the proper quality of the paint. So first of all, we need to cleanse the surface on which the paint is required to be done, and after that we can provide the paint over it, and by this there will be good adhesion of the paint to the surface, and ultimately a quality paint can be found on the outer surface of the machine. Next requirement is for better handling of the machine parts during its repair. So handling will be done properly if the cleaning is being done, and that is why the cleaning is done. Last importance is to improve the aesthetic of the machine. By cleaning, we can improve the aesthetic of the machine. The paint can be done properly, a quality work can be done, and ultimately the aesthetics of the machine will be also best. So this is our today's topic. Thank you for attending the session. See you in the next session.
Hello students, so hereby we are coming to the end of our virtual class session of the subject of industrial safety. We have discussed a lot regarding the topics of the today's session. So if you have any kind of a doubts, if you have any kind of queries, you can send me your doubts and queries via mail. My mail ID will be in my channel. So check into my channel, like it, and mail me whatever the doubts you have. And thanks again for attending the session. See you in the next session.